Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius January 10, 2023. You can be motivated to express yourself in new ways that are perhaps a little non-traditional but very satisfying. Reviewing past ideas can lead to new methods that can be very important in the coming months. Today's conversations or ideas can serve as significant turning points. Your attitude about future growth and improvement is evolving as the Sun aligns with retrograde Mercury. Someone from your past could reappear, or an old issue now looks very different. You might lay something to rest or refine a goal or approach. Further information or an epiphany about a creative or romantic matter can figure strongly. Later today, the Moon moves into your solar 12th house, pointing to the need to rest, review, and reflect. It's a good time of the lunar month to take a break from the routine. Since you seem to be a bundle of energy with so many good feelings towards others available at present, you are in a position to manage the moodiness of your partner and to cheer them up, distract and excite them with your new ideas. They will be grateful for that, and this will have a positive effect on the relationship. But be careful, don't demand too much of your sweetheart, because if he or she doesn't always react the way you want, it could turn into disappointments and crankiness on your side. Touch base with old projects. You may feel called to bring back some passion projects or creative ventures that you have not been on top of when the Sun in Capricorn conjuncts Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. The conjunction might be a fantastic time to revitalize old projects. However, the conjunction could impose a creative block as well. Although the desire is there, you might be lacking inspiration or motivation. It might be best to use this transit to think about what you may need to adjust, fix, or strategize to successfully complete a passion project. Throughout the 5 months that Jupiter spent in your financial sector last year, the Moon returned to an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart and into a friendly aspect every 4 weeks. As the Moon returns today, it is to find that Jupiter is not only back but in direct motion, with their friendly aspect about to fuel a new sense of financial confidence as well as your financial instincts and imagination. Your heart is in the right place when you care for yourself as well as you do for others. You need to be encouraged to eat well and exercise and get plenty of rest. Be careful if you find yourself in a relationship with someone who tells you the opposite, that it is most important to take care of their needs to prove you love them. This is a trap for you, and you must look for partnerships with people who share your healthy habits. Today you may be feeling more introspective than usual. Don't worry, days like this tend to cause one to be more serious and contemplative. Stick close to home today if you can, and be sure to spend some time later nurturing yourself. Chances are you may have devoted a lot of time recently caring more for your home and family than for yourself. Turn this around by taking the time to recharge your spirit through activities that help you connect with yourself. Both sides of life's fence have something exciting going on, and a week into 2023 this hints at a need for the right work and life balance. It is just as the Sun and Mercury align in a playful and creative part of your chart that they are both on friendly terms with Uranus in an adventurous part, something that brings a taste of things to come. Yet as Venus spends her first weekend in your work sector and Mars his last in retrograde motion in your career sector, they are also forming their own alliance that is also a taste of things to come. As the Sun and Mercury align in your romantic sector, this is not just a coming together of the Sun putting the solar spotlight on matters of the heart, while Mercury works to give your heart a voice and to put heart and mind on the same page. With Mercury in retrograde motion but the Sun moving and looking forward, this is an overlapping of the past, present and future. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury retrograde in Capricorn and Uranus retrograde in Taurus unite today. Contrary to popular belief, this planetary connection can bring clarity to matters and allow us to see situations from a different perspective. The world seems larger, clearer, and lovelier when we look at it from a million miles away with no judgment. If you have news to share, now is the time to express yourself. You will be heard and seen by those you love. You may feel unusually cross or ill-tempered during this time. Emotions loom large and seem practically unmanageable. Your body seems to have a mind of its own. Cravings may feel too strong to push aside. This is perfectly natural. One useful herbal remedy for this feeling is chamomile tea. Chamomile is known as the baby remedy, for it soothes a cranky baby and restores balance after a fever. You may drink the tea or actually put tea bags in your bath. While a friendly aspect between Venus in your career sector and Mars in your income sector won't peak until tomorrow, they are already in harmony and at an important time for both. Venus is forging a path for the Sun to follow when he returns in 10 days, and that includes connecting all the dots across the income, work, and career fronts. With Mars slowing ahead of his direct turn in 4 days, as the planet of money, Venus is the perfect planet to exploit both untapped income potential and to prepare for the turnaround ahead. While the Moon is still 2 days away from its first visit to your romantic sector for the year, as it will then go on to make its first visit to your relationship sector for the year just a few days later, there are some important days coming up on both fronts. This makes today's clash between the Moon and Venus today and any work and life balance issues this might expose the right reminder at the right time. After sunup, the Leo Moon opposes Venus in Aquarius, stimulating insecurity. We feel distant from others, even if we are in a room full of people. Failing to achieve the validation we desire can cause us to showboat for attention. Naturally, this only further damages our self-confidence. The real issue now is not that others do not value us, it's that we do not value ourselves. Take the energy you would put into people-pleasing and invest it instead in the creative pursuits that bring you joy. If we make our own happiness, people will flock to us in order to be a part of it. Before noon, the Moon sextiles retrograde Mars in Gemini, helping us to cooperate with others. If we've chosen a creative pursuit to busy ourselves with during the Moon-Venus opposition, this influence will help us to sink into our passion project and achieve success in this venture. However, this aspect is not just about achieving accolades. It is about the internal gratification we attain for doing something that has merit to us. It is about being brave enough to see our efforts through despite the odds. The Moon's first visit to a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart for the year is both some light relief after the heaviness that the full moon of the last few days brought and a chance to put its work-life balance reminders into practice. This was a full moon that will always fall at some point during the Sun's month-long visit to your career sector, and it came when this new professional year was already getting off to a good start. Following on from that, today's playful lunar vibes are another reminder that life can't be all work and no play. The Moon's first visit to your romantic sector for the year has already got off to a good start thanks to its friendly aspect to Jupiter in Aries yesterday. The Moon will also form the same aspect to the asteroid Eris, just as the warrior princess of the cosmos has come to a standstill in her final days in retrograde motion. This is highlighting the new and old doors that are open.